Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys had a wonderful week and that everyone is safe and happy. And this week is going to be a little bit of an extension from last week. But today I'll be talking about the people that have helped me along the way with my now ex journey or ex relationship with self-harm and cutting. So today I'll be talking about 3 people that have really stood out to me and really just changed my life for the better. So the first person on my list is one of my best friends from high school, Peter. I just want to thank you for always being there for me, whether I'm distant and I haven't reached out to you in months, or whether we're hanging out every weekend like we used to. But I just want to shout you out because I remember when I came back to school after being in this in the psych ward, and you and your girlfriend at the time, Lauren, you guys just really was so accepting of me and was concerned and worried, but just was more comforted that I was okay. And you've really done a lot for me. And I know that we don't talk a lot, but I do think about you quite a bit. And I just want to thank you truly for your for always texting me, just checking up on me, and for always being there for me, all those years ago and now. And you were one of the most immediate people that I could go to, and I know that I still can. And I just I want to thank you. And side note for people that are viewing this, please, if you pray, send your prayers. If you don't, send positive vibes. But he is going through a rough time right now, and I just want to extend my love to you again and myself, and just know that I'm here for you. And we have to show love to each other, and I think we communicate really well. So for people that are viewing this, please send your prayers and love to okay, my friend. The second person that I want to talk about today is my first girlfriend and first serious relationship. Her name is Anita, and I feel like I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. In relation to being in the psych ward, she was the one person I called every day, and she always picked up the phone. She was really the one person that really got me through that time. Being on the inside, that is. Like, if I didn't have her, I don't know what would have happened. But outside of that, she always left her home open to me. And there was one time, this was the one day I had played hooky, and it was for a valid reason. I mean, I was having really aggressive suicidal thoughts, and I just called her, and she said come over, and I spent the day with her, and she just was my rock. She was my life support. She was my lover, and I will never, even though we don't talk anymore, I will never ever ever forget what she did for me and how she helped me heal. She is the reason I started writing, specifically poetry. She is the reason why I see very few times, and it's very rare, but she is the reason why I see the light in me. And I really don't think that without her I would have had the confidence to do anything that I'm doing right now, in terms of, loving myself and teaching myself how to love others. Because the relationship with her was just life-changing, and she is proof that I can be loved by a woman. And she has just set the foundation for myself in terms of how I show love, and why I am who I am, and why I do certain things, and why I extend myself. I mean, we just helped each other so much, and I will never forget that. Okay, so the last person on my life-changing list today is my current boyfriend, Clevens. Clev, you have proved to me that I can be loved by a man. You have proved to me that I am worthy of love from a man, and from you have shown me myself and the possibilities. You've shown me patience, and oh my God, so much patience. And you've just shown me, a different way of how to manifest things. You got me through Poppy's death, and I know I'm not strong enough to deal with that by myself. You have, consistently shown me that I don't have to cut, and you've really awakened a part of me that is just not wanting to go back to that place. And I love you so much. And you've gotten me through so many things, through the anger, through the outbursts, and the tantrums, and all the emotions and all the chaos. You've dealt with it with grace most of the time. And some days I think, like, I'm really lucky. I am. And I love you. I do. Once more, I would like to thank all of you guys for your support and your love and your patience and your time and just giving me who you are. You guys have helped tremendously, and I will always be grateful and have love for you guys. And I just want to say that the reason why this is such a big thing for me is because this is what I'm talking about today. I'm going to extend over the next 2 weeks in terms of what has helped me to heal. And I wanted to talk about the people first, because without them, I would have never been able to gather myself and get through all the hardships and all the trauma. And I just want to say, in addition to that, that the reason why it's such a big thing for me is because one of my parents made it a really big deal to keep things within the family, and that just isn't me. Like, if I'm seeking help, I don't understand why help has to come from a certain place. So I understand the logic, but I just don't agree with it. And like, there have been missed opportunities as well to tell people what was really going on and to seek help. I'll talk about that later, perhaps. But it's a rebellious thing for me to talk to people about my story. I think so. It's a very defiant kind of thing, like, because this parent just made it very aggressively known that, like, we were supposed to keep things inside the family. And so even though I'm a very, very cynical, mistrustful, and cautious, and just shy and scared kind of person, I know what it's like to be weary about telling your story, number one, and who you're telling it to, secondly. I really, truly understand that to its core. But I'm also here to tell you that whoever you decide to tell, let it be your decision. And it's so cathartic. And from my experience, it's just as meaningful. Like, if you, I don't know, like, I'm not trying to say, like, go tell everybody your story. No, that's not what I did. And I'm not going to, you know, that's not right for me. But I know people that, you know, once you get to know the person kind of on a surface kind of basis, they will tell you if they feel comfortable. But that's just not for me. I am very weary and cautious about who I tell. But there are certain things, like the self-harm and the cutting, I really don't mind sharing openly, because it's something that is that I'm not in anymore. I'm, you know, standing on the outside of it, so I'm able to openly communicate it and talk about it. But they're just, so everyone's different. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You can share your story with me or whomever you trust, and I promise you, some weight will be lifted off your shoulders. Some positive feeling will be there, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. But the act of telling someone and speaking up for what you think is right, golden. Golden. You're going to be okay. I promise. And I love you. I really do. So, with that, This has been the first part, I suppose, of a 3-part that I'm going to be doing on healing. Stay tuned next week. This has been Danielle Faulkner for Bouquet, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I love you guys, and stay positive and keep going. Mwah.